Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Ripple reportedly exit investment in XRP cross-border payment partner, Trangler. Okay guys, let's get into this one. So, found this article and I thought I'd share this with you guys as I found it quite interesting, and I just think it's something that we have to address and potentially face reality. So, before I do get started into this, I will just say, this has come from Crunchbase, which is a reputable site. However, you know, some of the community, including the person who found this, which was CryptoHolics, has said we would like some confirmation just to, you know, solidify that this is accurate. I agree with that. Don't get me wrong. At the moment, I will be willing to take this at face value, but I'm not 100% convinced until I see something solid to confirm it. But I just want to make you aware that Crunchbase, it is a reputable site, so you know, there's got no reason to put this up unless it's just a misunderstanding, right? So let's get into it then. So CryptoHolics, she was basically just checking out, you know, Crunchbase, just looking at some details about Ripple, and she just found some interesting information, which she obviously shared with the community. And it was basically on Crunchbase, looking at, you know, partnerships that Ripple have exited, and we had MoneyGram, which we're obviously aware of, Bitstamp, and Trangler. Now, MoneyGram, as I say, we're all aware of that anyway, so that's old news. Bitstamp, you know, the general consensus is that we can kind of understand that because there's an acquisition going on with Robinhood, so the most likely thing with that is just that they've come out of it because of the acquisition. But the Trangler one is kind of surprising because Ripple have like a 40% stake in Trangler, so this one's a bit more of a, you know, a bit more of a surprise to the community. And so, you know, CryptoHolics was saying the same thing, you know, like this one's a bit more, you know, a bit more of a strange one if they've exited that partnership. And as I say, you know, we was saying that we would like to see some kind of confirmation of this just to be sure. But, you know, let's go with the potential that this is actually true, because it is very possible, because Crunchbase is a reputable site. I think this is just where we have to, you know, again, face facts, face reality, right? Because over the last month or so, I've been covering some things, and I did a video not so long ago, as I say, within like the last month, where it was an interview with David Schwartz, and this was something that CryptoHolics had also covered. The actual interview itself with David Schwartz is on CryptoHolics' site, and I also, you know, covered it as well. And David Schwartz actually said, "Banks will not be Ripple's success story." He said that verbatim, right? And he also said in a space on X not so long ago that ODL just hasn't been as successful as they would have hoped. And so they are now, you know, diversifying and looking at other ways that they can bring value to Ripple and XRP. And we can really evidently see that, right? With, for example, the AMM, and also with Ripple stablecoin, right? So we can see examples of this. And so, to me, although this might be, you know, a hard pill to swallow, I do just think we have to accept that if this is true, hey, like, ODL just, it isn't a success story that people would believe to be right now, right? Like, it just isn't. And there's evidence of that around. And so I just want to say that to say this as well, because, you know, I did see that when, you know, I was reading the article and CryptoHolics had mentioned this, some people were saying that, you know, CryptoHolics is just trying to spread FUD about Ripple and XRP. And I've really got to just push back against this, guys, because, you know, like, I think it's really like ignorant when people just try and dismiss things as FUD when all we're doing is just reporting facts. It's like me now, I'm doing this video. There probably will be some people who say, you know, you're a hater, you know, blah, blah. I'm an XRP holder. The reason why I do this content for you guys is just so that you have a realistic viewpoint of what's going on, right? I don't want to be a content creator who's just saying, hey, XRP is going to $10,000. Know what you hold, right? Like, no, like, I'm giving you guys realistic information that's going on out here, so you know exactly what's happening, so you guys can make informed decisions with your XRP, right? That's what I'm here to do. That's what it is. And, you know, like I've said this before, sometimes it does feel like a thankless task, because while you're here trying to give people the real information, they don't like you for it, right? Like, you're trying to spread the truth and they don't like you for it. And then, you go to these other content creators who are just saying, it's going to go to these wild numbers with absolutely wild speculation. And obviously they get all the love because that's what people want to believe. And so all I'm going to say, guys, is we've got to stop, like, just whenever people say something that's like what people would deem to be negative, because to me, I don't look at this as negative. I just look at this as news. This is just something that's out there. So Crypto Area isn't trying to spread fudge. She's just literally just showing you news of what's going on with Ripple. We can't just keep dismissing this as fudge just because it's not what you want to hear, right? Like, you've just got to face facts and be open-minded, because this is where people make mistakes, because they're not willing to see the truth, what's right in front of them. They just want to believe the fairy tale, right? And that's where, again, it leads you to making bad investment decisions. So I think we've got to stop with, like, the whole FUD thing when people are just honestly spreading just general news. Just because it's not what you want to hear doesn't mean it's FUD. It really is just news. That's all it is. I just, I find that hard, because as Eri being, genuine and just trying to, give you guys information, I think it's a bit unfair that she's getting attacked like that. But yeah, look, in the general sense, with ODL, what do I think about this? So look, I've said it recently from the stuff that I've been covering about ODL. Like, I do not think ODL is going to be the huge success story in the short term that people think it's going to be, like this whole flip the switch and that kind of thing. I think ODL is going to be a much longer prospect. Now, do I think that ODL is a failure? No, not at all. I think it's just going to take a bit more of a longer time frame for it to really get mass adopted. And if you think about it now, look at the space as a whole. We're still very early in crypto, right? Like, we still don't even have regulations right now. So we are very early in this space. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. And so when I look at this in terms of, them exiting the partnership, obviously, yeah, it's not great to hear, but at the end of the day, if they're looking at other ways, if they're thinking that, this isn't really working for us right now, we want to look at other things, then I think that's fair enough. I don't think this is them pivoting away from ODL completely. I think it's just maybe them thinking that this partnership right now isn't working. It's not like they've dissolved all partnerships with all banks that they have and companies. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like they've just completely dropped ODL altogether. And so, I don't think this is the end for ODL, and I don't think they're going to stop trying to push for ODL. I think it's just a much more long-term prospect for it to really, take place and really get mass adopted. So in my eyes, like, I'm not like looking at this as like, oh my God, sky is falling, etc., etc. But I am just looking at this from the reality of what it could potentially be. And that's, hey, maybe this is just them moving away from this company and moving away from this right now and looking at other things, things that might be more beneficial to them to bring value. Like, for example, their focus right now might be the stablecoin. They might be thinking we can get way more value to XRP and Ripple via the stablecoin. So we're going to push for that right now. It's just that kind of thing. So this isn't nothing to be like completely scared of or anything like that, but I do think it is something that, a reality that we just may have to accept. And maybe ODL just isn't working as great as people would think it is. And David Schwartz has kind of told us that, to be honest with you. So if you're willing to just hear him out and listen to what he says, he's been very transparent and told us this. So I'm willing to take that, at face value, because he works for Ripple. He created XRP, right? Like, so why am I not going to believe what he's telling me here? So, make of this what you will, guys. It's completely up to you if you think I'm just spreading FUD or if you think I'm just trying to give you honest information. I'm just doing my part, like this is what I'm here to do. Like, I'm not here to just, spread bogus narratives or things that I don't believe. I'm here to give you realistic information and actual information that's going on, about XRP, so you guys can make informed decisions. So, obviously, for the ones who do appreciate it, I appreciate you. If obviously you think I'm spreading FUD, then obviously that's your choice. But the information's out there. I've done my part. I can't do much more than this. But as I say, like, I don't think this is anything to be, too concerned about. But, I just think this is a reality that we may just have to accept. But what do you guys think? Ripple possibly ending their partnership with Trangler? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, Take care.